Okay, class, today we're looking at the weight and cost in the Imperial system. So when we once looked at the cost per apple, and really what we wanted was the cost per pound. But sometimes you have cost per ounces. So sometimes you can figure out, should I buy the big one, which lists as cost per pound, or the small one, which is cost per ounces. And we have to compare them, so they must be in the same unit. And that's what we're going to focus on right here, right now. Okay, so in order to compare unit price, okay, like we did in unit 1, you have to have only one unit. So you can't compare the price if you have ounces to pounds. It is either comparing ounces to ounces, so you either compare ounces to ounces, or you compare pounds to pounds. So for example, cans of soup, really common. Here's a 12-ounce can for $1.49, and then you have a larger can, 1 pound, 2 ounce of the same vegetable soup, costs $2.19. The question is, hello, which one's the better buy? So you got to get the units the same. So we usually try and find, typically what we do is we want to find the unit price of, or in, so find the unit price in the smaller unit. And just because it's a little bit easier to do that with decimals and stuff. So the cost of 1 ounce. So it's $1.49 divided by 12 ounces equals $12.42 per ounce. For the second can, with can number 2, it's 1 pound, 2 ounce. So we take the 1 pound and we convert it into 16 ounces. Remember, that's one of our conversion factors is 1 pound, 1 lb equals 16 oz. Okay, and so then we add the 2 that we have to give a total of 18. Now we can divide. So now we divide 219 by 18 and we get 0.12 per ounce. So which one's cheaper? Well, they both have 0.12, 0.12. Then this is 4 and this is a 1. So this bottom one, can 2, is cheaper. And that's because its unit price is lower. But we don't know that until we have the same units. So that's kind of our goal today, is to be able to compare things with the same units. Okay. Notice though that we have to go to more than 2 decimal places. Really common with a lot of prices is you got to go to more than 2 decimal places. Now, if you're just buying household items, it's not a big deal. But imagine you had a company and you're saving pennies. It makes a big deal, right? Especially if you're buying a lot of stuff. Okay. So Victor bought a steak dinner for dinner that weighed 4 pounds, 6 ounces. It cost $2.74 per pound. Then what he did is he cut off the excess fat. Don't know why he'd do that, but he did. And then when he is done, he only had 4 pounds of meat. So what is the true cost? The true cost per pound of the steak. So the cost of what he has. Okay. So solution, to find the total cost of the steak, what you do is you find the unit price based on the remaining weight. Okay, hold on for a sec. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, since we have $2.74 per pound, I'm going to have to change my weight, the 6 ounces, into pounds. So I'm going to set up a ratio, 1/16 equals x over 6, and I'll convert it into 0.375 pounds. What you can do is you can type into Google, convert 6 ounces OZ to pounds, LB. Okay, so you type that into Google and then you'll get the answer of how many pounds that is. So now we're working with decimals, which you usually don't do for pounds, but we are. So we add them together, and so we have 4.375 pounds. To find the total cost of the steak, we multiply the weight times the cost per pound, and so that one steak cost $11.99. Now, when he was done cutting off the fat, it was only 4 pounds. So to find the true cost, we'll take the $11.99 and divide it by 4 pounds. So the true cost of the steak was $3 per pound. $3 per pound. Okay, and so basically we converted our weights together to find the true cost. And that's what you're going to have to do for some of these assignments. So assignment number 1, how much 1 pound cost, and then how much 1 ounce costs. So you're going to have to convert your pounds into ounces. So you convert 12 pounds, right? 12 pounds into how many ounces, and then you would divide your $20 divided by how many ounces you had. Okay, good. And then to figure out how much would 12 ounces cost, you would just multiply. So for this one here, you would multiply the cost per ounce, which we just found above, times 12. All right, and so up above, you would find an answer how many pound, the cost per ounce, and then you would multiply it down below. Good. Here, figure out the cost of peanut butter. So you have 1 jar here, 1 jar there, and 1 there. So you have to convert them all to the same units to find the unit cost. So I'd convert them all into ounces. So find the cost per ounce, convert 2.5 pounds into ounces, and then what can you do? Find the cost per ounce. Now you can compare all prices, okay, because it's the same units. Number 3, 24 ounces of coffee for $20.45. So you realize the weight was only 22. What's the true cost per ounce? So really all you're doing is taking your total and you divide it by 22 because you already have the total. If you didn't have the total, you'd have to find that. Okay, there you go. Lesson number 5.